He is walking into the courtroom right now, if we're going to be able to take this live at this moment.
Even like P. Diddy, I'm not going to speak bad about P. Diddy because he's still a black man. Mistakes happen, and I can't say if it is or it's not a mistake, but things happen in life. And P. Diddy business is P. Diddy business. It's not my job or anyone else's job to go on the internet and stump him and kick a man while he's down. My take on it is, it's not my business. I don't think it's right at all, and I don't condone it. Even if that happened to my daughter, I would be hurt, but that's the choice that my daughter made.
Who you got in the fight?
Got Mayweather, going with the money team, baby. Who you got?
Pac-Man.
Gonna put 100,000 on it?
Why so little?
Ooh, 250.
I want that diamond right there.
That's why I'm gonna take your money. Mayweather, baby, undefeated.
As P. Diddy steps into the most high-stakes trial of his life, facing charges that could end his career, his reputation, and even his freedom, Floyd Mayweather has made a move that's leaving the internet stunned. Instead of distancing himself like most celebrities, Floyd is standing by Diddy's side. But here's the twist. This isn't just about friendship. This is about money, power, and a loyalty that's been tested before. Because almost a decade ago, when the world was watching Floyd battle Manny Pacquiao in the most anticipated fight in modern boxing history, Diddy wasn't just cheering from the sidelines. He was willing to put up hundreds of thousands of dollars on Floyd. And that $250,000 wasn't just a bet. It was the first public sign that these two weren't just friends. They were allies. In the lead-up to the iconic May 2, 2015, boxing match between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, a bout hyped as the fight of the century, celebrities everywhere began picking sides. But no one did it quite like Sean "Diddy" Combs. Diddy, known for his love of lavish wagers and headline-worthy moments, made his stance clear during a now-famous promotional video for Aqua Hydrate Water. Starring alongside actor Mark Wahlberg, Diddy proudly pledged his support for Team Mayweather. Wahlberg, on the other hand, was all in for Pacquiao. What started as playful banter quickly escalated. Diddy originally threw down a six-figure challenge, $100,000. But when Wahlberg scoffed with a casual, "Why so low?" Diddy didn't flinch. Without hesitation, he doubled down, boosting the bet to a jaw-dropping $250,000 on Floyd Mayweather's victory. The moment was bold, cocky, and instantly viral, perfectly capturing Diddy's flair for the dramatic and cementing his public allegiance to Mayweather in front of millions. It wasn't just a flashy wager, it was a calculated show of faith, signaling a deeper bond than most fans had ever realized. While the media focused on the money and Mayweather's win, the bet hinted at something more profound, a mutual respect and alliance between two powerful figures at the top of their games, one in the ring, the other in the industry. A decade later, that loyalty still echoes, only now, under much darker circumstances. Because that friendship wasn't just for the cameras, and it didn't fade when the fight ended. It stayed strong, even as the legal battles began. In Hollywood, friendships often fade when scandal hits. But when Sean "Diddy" Combs was arrested in early 2024, facing federal charges that could destroy his empire, something surprising happened. While most celebrities scrambled to distance themselves, one man didn't budge. Floyd Mayweather stood still. At a time when silence was the safest choice, Mayweather spoke up, not to condemn, but to defend. His words didn't just raise eyebrows. They split public opinion, shook up headlines, and reignited a debate about loyalty in the age of cancel culture. On February 20th, 2024, Floyd Mayweather appeared on the Pivot podcast, a popular sports show hosted by former NFL stars Channing Crowder, Fred Taylor, and Ryan Clark. The conversation took a sharp turn when the topic of Diddy's mounting legal issues came up. By then, the music mogul had already been hit with multiple lawsuits, many of them accusing him of disturbing acts, abuse, coercion, and trafficking. Public opinion was shifting fast, and celebrities who once called Diddy a friend were staying suspiciously quiet. But Floyd didn't follow the crowd. When asked for his thoughts, he calmly said, "I'm not going to speak bad about P. Diddy because he's still a black man. Mistakes happen. I can't say if it is or it's not a mistake. That's not my place." The room fell silent, and within hours, the internet exploded. Fans took to social media, accusing Floyd of turning a blind eye to serious accusations. Hashtags like #Mayweather enables began trending. Influencers, activists, and even fellow athletes weighed in, calling his stance dangerous, tone-deaf, and a massive PR mistake. But Floyd didn't apologize. He didn't backtrack. And in a world where one wrong comment can destroy a reputation, his refusal to condemn Diddy came off to many as a bold and risky act of unwavering loyalty. Yet not everyone saw it as loyalty. Some saw it as denial. And one celebrity in particular wasn't about to stay quiet. One thing about 50 Cent, he doesn't hold his tongue. And when Floyd stepped in to defend Diddy, 50 fired back with brutal honesty. No filters, no alliances, just straight-up public shade. It didn't take long for Curtis, 50 Cent Jackson, to catch wind of Mayweather's comments. Never one to back away from a feud or a headline, 50 took to Instagram with a now-deleted post that cut straight to the bone. He mocked Floyd's interview, calling it stupid, and accused him of protecting predators instead of speaking out for victims. In a follow-up story, he wrote, "Stop defending what you know is wrong. That ain't loyalty, that's cowardly." The post gained hundreds of thousands of views in minutes and quickly set off a digital firestorm. Fans split into camps, some defending Floyd's right to reserve judgment, others demanding accountability from those with massive influence. In comment sections, the debate raged. Floyd's just keeping it real, he's not the police. If you're silent in the face of evil, you're siding with it. Why are we expecting a boxer to be a moral compass? The backlash intensified when several women's advocacy groups criticized Mayweather's comments, calling them irresponsible given the gravity of the charges against Diddy. Still, Floyd didn't flinch. He issued no clarifications, no press statements, just silence. And in that silence, many heard a loud message. Floyd wasn't abandoning his friend. Not now, not ever. But that raised a deeper question. What exactly is Floyd protecting? A friendship, a legacy, or something the public doesn't know about yet? Whispers turned into headlines. Rumors became reports. Now, the courtroom is real, and the charges against Sean Diddy Combs aren't just shocking. They could lock him away for the rest of his life. Once the king of bad boy records, a global mogul with endless access to power, luxury, and influence, Diddy now stands trial for some of the darkest accusations the music industry has ever seen. This isn't a tabloid scandal anymore. This is federal court. This is survival. On May 5, 2024, Sean Diddy Combs arrived at federal court flanked not by celebrity entourages, but by legal teams and federal marshals. The charges read like a criminal empire unraveling: racketeering conspiracy, trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, transportation for purposes of prostitution. According to court documents, these charges stem from alleged incidents involving multiple victims across multiple states. Prosecutors claim that Diddy used his wealth and influence to run a coordinated trafficking network, masking it behind the glitz of his high-profile brand. The trial is expected to stretch over several weeks, with witnesses reportedly including former assistants, employees, partygoers, and even celebrities. Insiders say the government has seized electronic devices, private footage, and documents that may expose years of behind-the-scenes activity. If convicted, Diddy could face life in prison without the possibility of parole. And while the headlines are loud, the silence from his famous friends is even louder. Stars who once toasted champagne in his VIP sections have either deleted photos, unfollowed, or offered zero comment. Brand partnerships have paused. Projects once involving his media company, Revolt, have gone dark. His legendary parties, once a magnet for Hollywood A-listers, are now under sharp scrutiny. Rumors swirl about hidden cameras, NDAs, and party footage that may hold the key to unraveling deeper secrets. Some celebrities are even said to be lawyering up, terrified they'll appear in the wrong video clip at the wrong time. But even in this climate of fear and fallout, not everyone has turned their back on Diddy. The deeper Diddy sinks into controversy, the quieter Floyd Mayweather becomes. Not because he has nothing to say, but because, perhaps, saying nothing says everything. As accusations turn into indictments, and friendships in Hollywood turn into liabilities, Floyd's silence has become louder than any statement. He isn't posting cryptic quotes. He's not launching press tours or defending himself against the backlash. He's just still, calm, focused, and firmly unshaken. And in a world where silence can look like guilt or courage, everyone's asking the same thing. What is Floyd Mayweather really trying to protect? Despite public pressure, Floyd has doubled down on his position. In follow-up interviews, when pressed again about Diddy, he repeated a sentiment that's quickly become his stance. "I'm not the judge or the jury. I'm staying in my lane. I'm not here to speak down on anyone." To his supporters, this is an act of loyalty, a refusal to throw a friend under the bus just because the world demands it. To his critics, it's a glaring red flag, a way of sidestepping accountability in the name of self-protection. Industry insiders are growing concerned. Mayweather's empire isn't just built on knockouts, it's built on image. From global endorsements to VIP appearances, his brand is associated with luxury, exclusivity, and control. But loyalty to someone facing allegations as severe as Diddy's could quickly alienate sponsors and future partnerships. One PR strategist told Variety, "In this climate, silence can be just as damaging as a misstep." Mayweather might think he's staying neutral, but perception is everything. The same celebrity circles Mayweather has floated through for years. Fashion elites, hip-hop icons, nightlife power players are now facing a reckoning. With Baldwin's comments about party footage still making waves, many celebrities are distancing themselves not just from Diddy, but from anyone who might be caught in the same orbit. And Mayweather? He's still in that orbit. Some say he's trying to protect an old-school code, one where loyalty came first, no matter what. Others think he knows more than he's letting on. And silence may not be a choice, but a strategic necessity. But one thing is certain. Diddy's trial is only getting started. New evidence, new witnesses, and new headlines are still coming. The storm hasn't passed. It's only just begun. And the longer Mayweather stands in the eye of it, without moving, the more people wonder, how close is he to the truth? The $250,000 bet that once represented flashy bravado and brotherhood now echoes like a chilling metaphor, one of risk, blind faith, and consequences. What was once a viral sports moment has aged into something heavier, something more symbolic. A friendship that started with a handshake on live television now finds itself tested by the harshest of realities: federal courtrooms and criminal allegations. Floyd Mayweather chose not to walk away, not when the headlines turned dark, not when the internet came for him, not even when sponsors began pulling back. He's standing in the same spot he always has. But what happens when loyalty to a friend starts to look like complicity to the world? As the courtroom battles rage on, one truth remains. Sometimes silence doesn't protect you. Sometimes it reveals more than words ever could. What do you think? Is Floyd Mayweather showing loyalty in the face of chaos? Or is he playing a dangerous game by staying silent? Is he protecting an old friend? Or protecting himself from something even deeper? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear what you think, because in stories like these, public opinion speaks volumes. Comment below, like if this gave you a new perspective, subscribe for more deep dives into the secrets behind celebrity headlines. Until next time, peace out.